Alright, so here we are. Alex.
Howdy.
How are you?
Good.
And myself, Ryan. Hi. We have the new Flip Ultra HD, so we're going to see how this goes for you. As you can see, we have a really open terrain board like we talked about last time. And our two objective terrain pretty close together. My guess is that's an archer's shot away. Alex, why did you do this?
Just to basically try something a little bit more open. The last game we played was very, I don't know, it was like a bottleneck scenario that we kind of ran. So
right.
This'll change it up a little bit, put the objectives close to the middle, make it more of a clash. You know, it'll kind of be fun.
Okay, fair enough. Here we have our three armies in the bag organizing fashion that I talked about in one of our previous videos. We have the Romans, the Chinese, and the Egyptians. So, like always, we're going to roll off our house rule to see who plays who. 1 to 2 for the Romans, 3 to 4 Chinese, 5 to 6 Egyptian. Alex?
I'll be
Egyptians, and myself?
Chinese.
Chinese. Oh, that'll be a matchup we haven't had before.
Yeah, no, I don't think we have done that combination before.
Alright, that's great. Since we're pretty much set up, it saved a lot of time. We're both just off work. I'm going to go grab some dinner, and we'll be right back with you.
Thanks.
Okay, so we have deployed both of our armies. I had to use one unit of Romans. I chose the archers just to balance out the points. Without the Roman archers, my army was coming in at about 2,500. Or sorry, 1,500. And his was coming in at 32 and change. It's just something you have to deal with when you buy the two-player starter box and you don't really have any other models to fill in. It's just something you're going to have to play around. Hopefully we'll be able to get those new models soon, and we won't have this problem.
How long ago did you order that?
About 4 weeks. Maybe 5. Or going on 5.
Yeah.
It's whatever. I mean, what can you do, right? You have to wait for them to retool. Okay, Alex, so why don't you tell us about your setup here?
Yeah, well, basically, it's actually quite similar to yours. Oh, no, wait, you changed yours a little bit there.
So why don't you tell me what you got here?
I got my archers in the back because I like to just keep them sort of protected a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to form sort of like a spearhead, basically.
Alright.
It's my main idea.
And your general's over here?
Yeah, that I might move around later on, just because he's got a regeneration capability. Right. I've never played with the Egyptians before, so I'm not too familiar as to like what the best one is, the best way to form your guys, but we'll see.
Alright, cool. Myself, I have my archers here. Tiger Division, which are very quick, hard-hitting, but no armor. They have silk t-shirts, basically. Silk t-shirt ninjas. Terracotta. 2 units of Terracotta Warriors, which are nothing more but throwaway speed bump units. Because they have this rule that's fragile, meaning for every wound they take an additional wound at the end of combat. So if you deal them 5, you really deal 6. And it's not savable, it's just gone. My tactician in the front, and then the other unit of archers in the back. Here we have our 2 pieces of control terrain. What do you want to play to, Alex? What number? 21?
21's a normal BD,
That's the
right?
standard, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, so we'll be playing to 21. Let's do a quick roll-off here. Whoop. Grab your dice. And we're going to see Alex gets a 1, and myself a 5. So I will take the ambush turn and go first. Update you at the bottom of that. I totally forgot to let you guys in onto the plot and why we set up this like we did. The fluff behind the battle, if you will. Amenhotep III has conquered all of Africa, most of southern Europe and the Mediterranean, and now he stands at the foot of the Mongolian mountains ready to attack into Asia. The immortal tactician Zhongli Quan, which is his real name, has mustered up the remains of the Han defense force to meet up in the rolling valleys of the Mongolian mountains to ward off the undead legion's advance. It's do or die. Because believe it or not, the rest of the Han forces are in Russia fighting the Romans. Because the Romans headed north from Italy. I don't know.
Slight twist.
Sure, yeah. Well, the Romans won last time. They beat the Egyptians, so they moved straight north.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we should make a campaign.
Right.
Anyway, so we'll have to see if in this battle, tactician Zhongli Quan, favored by the Emperor, can defeat the undead legions of Amenhotep III.
Dum dum dum.
I thought it was pretty good. Okay, end of the first turn. The Han legions moved up. Amenhotep III led his unholy army straight towards the stomping ground. My Glory Division is sitting on a piece of objective terrain, which will give me a 3-point lead at the end of the first, but that is easily reconcilable because a lot of these Egyptian units are really hard hitters, especially when they get into combat. So we'll see how it goes. We'll update you at the bottom of the second. Okay, end of the second turn. Both armies moved up. I moved my archers over here, and in one volley of shooting, what was in that hole?
I don't know, Ryan, why don't you tell me?
I took out his general, his unit that gives other units regeneration. But it wasn't all tactics. Look at this roll. 4 6s, 2 5s, and some garbage, and he rolled a 2 and a 1. 6 wounds, and that was it.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
You know what? Lady averages will come back. Here we have Alex playing around with a bird Kara. Just so everyone knows, I have a pretty extensive knife collection. Wearing the zip tie mod on the blade, so that when you go to take it out of your pocket, it opens. We have those on a lot of Spyderco blades. Anyway, but I digress. Spyderco Tenacious, by the way. If there's some interest, I can go into in-depth reviews, but I think there's a lot of good material already on the internet about those. Anyway, I digress. End of turn 2. Huge kill for the Chinese. We'll see how it goes from here on. I'm really afraid for when the Egyptians make contact, because these guys will just fall like nothing. So my game plan is to try and keep him as far back as possible, and just rain down archer shots. We'll see how this goes. Alright, we'll get back to you end of the third.